Welcome to Ghoulish Gab, always spooky, always under 7 minutes. Today we're talking about zombies again.
Zombies.
We did kind of our top 3 zombie list before. Now we're just doing more zombie movies because there's
a lot.
7 million of them.
There's not that many, but
No.
there are a lot.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. First one I would like to recommend to people is #Alive. I think they just call it Alive, but the title actually has a hashtag in front of it. It was a Netflix movie. It premiered on Netflix in 2020. And it's set where this video gamer in Seoul, is that how you pronounce it? Oh. Anyway, this video game streamer is in his family apartment, and then the zombie apocalypse happens. And unlike a lot of zombie movies where you go about and it shows them like traveling around trying to, find other survivors and figure out what goes on, it deals a lot more with the loneliness that you deal with because he's just in his apartment alone. At some point, he connects with somebody like across the apartment complex. At one point, cell phone coverage comes back up, and that's how he finds out, this big tragic thing that happens. They all connect through social media posts, and it's not old. I don't want to give spoilers. It is 100% worth the watch, and I just think it's a different take on what the emotions you would have to deal with during the zombie apocalypse.
Nice. I'm going old school, as I did with most of my last picks. Return of the Living Dead, 1985. I mean, if you are an 80s movie fan, you definitely know this one. Some bumbling medical suppliers come across this old barrel of a military waste called 2,4,5-trioxin. They spill it, and it causes zombies. You got the classic Tarman zombie in this movie, which is incomparable to any other zombie ever. Always great when he comes on the screen. And of course, Linnea Quigley as Trash doing that cemetery dance. If you were a teenager when you first saw that movie, you fell in love with at least that part. But you should love the whole movie all the time, forever. Not just the horny parts. All the parts are great.
Man, at this point, we should probably recognize that the government needs to stop transporting these like body-altering chemicals in jugs just randomly, and they keep getting dropped off places. What the hell are you doing? That
did seem to happen a lot, at least up through the 90s.
Yes. My next movie, Dead Snow.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie Nazis. I mean, that's really all you need to know. Killing zombie Nazis. What could go wrong with that? 2009 Norwegian film. I like that the tagline was Ein, zwei, die instead of dry. That made me happy. It's got good gore. It's got good zombies that almost feel kind of like a callback to much older zombie movies. And it had some good kind of dark humor, but it wasn't a full zombie comedy. Because I feel like so much it's either way too serious or way too funny, and I think that kind of found the balance in between a little bit. So
that movie's like, if you think that one's batshit crazy, though, the sequel,
I haven't seen it,
is 1,000 times more insane, and I would absolutely, if you like that one, don't sleep on the sequel.
Okay,
it's fucking bonkers.
Wait, have I seen that come up though? Is it called like Red Snow or something like that?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep. Okay, I like that.
It's great. I'm going to go just up 1 year to 1986 for Night of the Creeps. This one takes a slightly different turn in the fact that the zombies are caused by kind of like these alien parasites that get into people through their mouth. So it's a little different than, a chemical spill or whatever other unexplained thing happens. So you get the little sci-fi aspect of it there. You got the zombies. You got Tom Atkins kicking a ton of ass in this movie. He's always good for that. A bunch of teenagers, they're sick of the zombie parasites ruining their sex life, so they're out to destroy this shit. They team up with Tom. They're slaughtering these things, little brain slugs or whatever they call them. It's great because you got the zombies, but you've got some other aspects in there as well. and it's just really fun. Another one, if you're big into 80s horror and you haven't seen it, don't sleep on that one either.
Back to another newer one, Little Monsters from 2019. Speaking of movies that fully embrace the comedy aspect of a zombie film, a kindergarten class goes on a trip to a farm/petting zoo, and the zombie apocalypse happens. There are songs with a ukulele. There, I'm pretty sure, is zombie kills with a ukulele at some point or another. Josh Gad, who is like a really good singer/Broadway star/jet actor, is hilariously hateable. Like, because he plays this children's star, and it turns out he sucks. Like, he's just a terrible dude. The acting is great, even by the kids, and there's something. Again, I think I just end up liking a lot of zombie films that stray a little bit away from what you would typically expect from a zombie movie. Is good.
My last one, real quickly, is Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, 2015. So not one from the 80s or 70s. It's kind of it starts out as kind of a coming of age thing. These three Boy Scouts, it's they're older, it's their last camp out, and then they're done with Scouts, and looking towards the future of their life. Then of course the zombie apocalypse happens, and it gets wild. It's funny, and it's got some great zombie shit in it. It's just a really fun, more modern zombie movie. So those are our choices for round 2 of Zombies. Let us know if you've seen those movies, what you think of those, and tell us some of your favorite zombie movies in the comments. And special thanks again to our guest, Seymour.
Seymour Butts.